The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of RMCOnAir.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
And we're here. Man, it's been a rough month or so, for me anyway. But we're here in the studio. Smitty's here. Mr. Daniels, the historian, is here. Doc is here. And Vince said he lost himself. But then now he found himself.
Now him is found.
Hey, Pierre ain't got the shirt on, so let's give a shout out to Sun Lady.
Absolutely,
right,
Sun Lady.
Lady.
Sun Lady. Like I told y'all, I just gotta be real quick. You guys can take over because I'm 0-7.
0-7.
I'm 0-7, man. I'm worse than the Lakers. Yeah, it's
they
bad.
had the same start. You're about the same. Not worse than.
So they played more games. So
Don't they have one win or something somewhere?
they have
Two,
three.
three. I'm 0.
Yeah, but combined with 19 losses, right?
Yeah, no, we got a tournament coming up again, and so we should be okay. Part of the problem is the gentleman that we have on the bench who wants to make changes other than what the head coach wants. And I don't know why my brother keeps trying to defend this dude. And we've got case point after case of this cat messing up. So, I had a meeting with him earlier today, and I made my point and gave case in points on situations that had happened which involved him. Mm-hmm. The latest one was last Friday night when I wasn't here, and my brother said, okay, we're in man. And then he shouts out zone. Sit your big, how you going to do that? How are you going to go against, since he's been back, we have not won a game.
Talking about Trade Tech now.
LA Trade Tech College, junior college basketball.
Put him on blast.
I'm no longer at Lawndale.
Make sure you know.
I'm first assistant over at LA Trade Tech. I had a great preseason and summer. Made history, 9-3 at the JBL National Pro-Am League.
Sure.
We did lose a player. Gives us he was giving us 25 and 10, but still, that's not the problem. The problem is the staff is not the way we used to be, and the addition of this dude is killing us. They try to say, "Oh, your guys are sorry." No, we're not that sorry. Okay, we just have confusion.
You lost your direction.
Yeah, we did because the direction
exactly
is not clear.
He's pointing in a different direction. Just turn here.
Yeah,
go here.
The bad thing about all of this is that he can't tell you why he does something. So then we really found out. Another guy pointed out to me. He said, "Look, man, that guy gets a check." What does that mean? He gets a check. I said, "Okay, well, what kind of check do you get?" He get a crazy check. Okay, I know people who faking crazy. He said, "No, you don't understand. This guy gets a check.
He earns his.
He's a patient." I said, "Oh, he really." And then I thought about it. I was like, "Okay, what does this guy do?" And then I said, "I got to monitor this guy and see if that's really true."
Yeah.
And it's really true. He gets a check, and he's not sure about what he's doing with basketball. He thinks he knows, but he really doesn't know.
Is he a former basketball player?
He's a former basketball player. He played overseas a little bit. He was a standout in high school at Manual.
Okay.
And when it comes to executing, he always chooses the wrong application. Like, if I say, "Hey, we want to play a zone," why do we want to play a zone? He can't tell you. He just tells you something, and in the heat of battle, you don't question what he's talking about. You just go ahead and you do it, and then if it doesn't work, you figure it out later. And he will stick by trying to work some kind of zone and had our sorriest big man in the front of it. 1-2-2. That's not how a 1-2-2 goes. A 1-2-2 goes with the fastest guy to wreak havoc on the guards out front so they can never start their entry-level pass. And he's got some big slow dude out there. I'm like, first of all, that doesn't make any sense. See how you're looking? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out. But so why is your brother defending him though? And why is he on the
I don't
staff?
know.
How much history do they
Why
have?
continue?
They have a lot of history. You know,
It
all the way
must
back.
be that.
Yeah, but when things are clear and you're able to take a look at exactly what's going on, and you have case and points where, okay, he did this and that didn't work. He did this and that didn't work. He came back and did that and that didn't work. Okay, we set him down here in the middle of the bench, and then all of a sudden he's talking about, oh, I need some help down here with the guys. Okay, I'll go down there. My brother sends me down there. I'll go down there. This Negro goes back up to the first chair. I was like, well, what is he doing that for? I thought he needed help down here. We don't need no help down there. We used that before. So
That's
the last
manipulation.
game we won was the game with my brother and I coached at one of the showcases. We played San Bernardino, who right now is doing very well. They're like 8-1, maybe something like that. The other team is San Diego City, who had 3 7-footers, and 2 of them were in the game at all times. So that's the last time that he was able to just coach without any interference. And the guy that I'm speaking of wasn't there because he had gallstones passed. So he comes back, and everything goes, But life in a big city. I don't. Last Friday we played a game we should have won at home, and he ends up telling the guys go zone. My brother said go man.
So have you played since? Have you guys played
No, we have a we're off for this last week. We got one more week that we're off, and then we're going to a tournament at Saddleback, I believe.
Okay.
We played Saddleback, who was the number 1 team in the state, lost to them by 5. But the refs got us. But potentially, we're there. And we had him at that time in the middle of the bench down there by me.
Sure.
And it was just the cheating of the refs, blatantly. It was. But we were okay with that because we played our game. Okay? They've been blowing everybody else out. If you go on the website and look, they 20, 30 points. We lost by 5. And it was all referee calls that sent them to the free throw line. That's how they got the 5 points.
I see.
Ghost calls. Like, what is he? Their little guard, quick little left-hand guy. He has a bad knee. So the guy breaks down and comes back up. The ref, ain't nobody around him. What you calling?
Oops.
Everybody in the stands looking like, well, ooh, man, they're cheating those guys. They don't want the black guys to win. But, hey, that's okay. We're looking better. I've been working with the big guys, something that the other dude was tasked to do, and he couldn't do it. Entry-level passes, showing them how to post up, seal the man, receive the ball. The communication between the guard and the big fella, any of them. So we're doing all that stuff. We're looking good on our scrimmages. The intensity is back up to where it used to be. So we feel pretty good within the next week that we'll get some wins. We really want to go down and probably take the tournament. Is it doable? Yeah, because we played at higher levels before. And see, this is the crazy thing. How do you go down and play against seasoned veterans, men who played overseas, played 4-year college basketball, and some played in the league, and do well against them? Okay, because first of all, they're not letting no junior college just walk in there and just do something to them.
Yeah.
We walk in and we take what we want, the W. So, we're only winning by 1 and 2 points. One like was,
But you know what though, Sonny? I mean, there's a difference. Even though the cats are older, more experienced, if you're playing in the summertime in those summer leagues, they don't have the continuity, they don't have the team chemistry as maybe as your team might have.
En contraire, now 17 years that league has been together. Most of those guys have been on the same team for at least 4 to 5 years, so they do have the chemistry.
But do they play together during the regular
Yes.
season? I mean, they only play in the summertime together.
No,
Right?
no. They play in leagues
Oh, I see. Okay.
all year round throughout the city.
Oh, okay. I see.
So
I didn't know, okay.
yeah, they have continuity. They have chemistry.
So they have, okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, and they're in pretty good shape, and they're big and strong, and look like they eat bricks for breakfast. Okay, that's enough of me. Let's go with some football. Go ahead, Smitty, and hey, how's your son doing, man? Wake up over there.
He's doing fine. They're doing fine. They're preparing to play their first bowl game the school have had in some years, so they're getting ready.
That's good. And in particular, your son is looking good.
Yeah, he's playing a lot.
Oh, good.
Tell him what school again.
Yeah, what's the
remember
school?
somebody listened
UC
to-
Berkeley. Carol
UC Berkeley, yeah.
Bears, yeah.
His number.
Yeah.
Is number
32.
Number
Number
32.
32.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sir.
Yeah, Doc and I were having a discussion about the running back for Alabama.
Right.
He won the Collegiate Player of the Year award.
Right.
The Walt Camp Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was listening in on a discussion earlier this week, radio talk show, and they were talking about Nick Saban having him run the ball over 91 carries in 2 games. So it was 40-something plus per game, right?
Over 40 carries for the last 2 games.
Yeah. Now, the discussion that those gentlemen were having is that he was abusing the running back, having him run with the ball so many times, the physical wear and tear on him.
Right.
At the expense of Nick Saban looking good as a championship coach. And I thought that was an interesting discussion, but Doc had a different viewpoint.
Well,
on it, so.
it can be an interesting discussion if you just looking at it from one standpoint. Is the fact that this young man is running the ball over 40 times, which is something that Alabama don't do. They don't have running backs that they run that many times.
Yes.
If you're looking at it from that perspective, yeah, but you look at it, you take the whole picture into content. They're trying to win a national championship, okay?
Right.
The kid is a workhorse, okay? The kid has just power over people, all right? And if the kid doesn't get hurt. You know, I haven't seen him get hurt this year at all. So I wouldn't say that he's being abused. He is a running back. This is football.
Yeah, but what is the average carry a running back might run in a game? 25, 30 times?
I think
Well, it
depends
could be, but you got to look
Depends
at
on the
this
school system.
also.
It's the
Yeah.
school system.
You got to look at this also. They got a quarterback that they don't trust.
Right.
Okay, Corker, I think I pronounced his name correct. They don't trust him. He's back there. He's throwing the ball, but for us to put the game in his hands,
Yes.
no. So I can kind of understand where Nick Saban is coming from. He's a workhorse. I hate to use the word horse, but and he's durable.
they probably had the best offensive line in college.
And,
probably.
yeah, he's not taking a whole lot of shots. Okay, this is college. Now this was pro. That's a different ball game. But this guy outweigh most people that even try to tackle him. Okay,
Yes.
once you get past the first wave. So trust me, I think this kid is okay.
Right. It sounds like they're just
I
going by
wasn't really
stats.
trying to make more out of this than just a talking point of Nick Saban misusing a running back.
Yeah.
Come on, if the kid was 5'10" and 180, okay. But the boy is over 6 feet and some sub 200 pounds, okay, and built like a brick. And like I said, he don't take a lot of shots. And everybody that's trying to hit him, trust me, this is college football. They're much smaller than he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Even he was in the pro, he wouldn't last this long. No way, running the ball 40 times. That wouldn't happen. So whoever. I don't know who brought this argument up. I think it's just a talking point to have a discussion.
Yeah.
You can look at it from that vein, but if you look at the full picture of everything, really, the kid's okay.
Alabama's good, and also a lot of teams, they know they'll keep doing it until you stop them.
Yeah.
If you stop the running game, the kid won't have so many carries.
Yeah, but it's not like he had 40 carries and 300 yards, 40 carries and 400 yards. He had a very productive day the time he carried the ball. But like I said, They don't trust the quarterback, and they want to win this thing. Okay, so I can see Nick Saban what he's doing, but I can't see it in a negative vein. To say that he's abusing his kid is looking at what he's doing in a negative vein. I don't see that.
Well, I think the conclusion of the matter will be when he moves to the pro level, if he performs or if he doesn't.
Well, I don't think you can blame that on college.
Well, I know that's what you're saying, but I would like to see the results.
Well,
wear and
You think
tear.
he's been
Well,
abused?
Well, like I said, it was just a discussion I heard, and they were tying in money with the abuse of athletes in the college level. And if you recall, we had a discussion a few months back about college players should be paid. So that's what I'm
I
looking
disagree
at.
with that.
Yeah, I know you do, but that's what I'm looking at. They're abusing these young men, working them to death.
They're enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I know.
They're not
That's
being worked to death.
I was just going to say, in the glory of the moment, and then if this guy doesn't get the big payoff in the end, because that's his goal, the running back, Henry's goal, is to make it to the pro level.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
If
Majority of the
Henry
team.
gets drafted in the first round and he goes to the pros, first of all,
He's paid.
Now, hold on. First of all, they're going to do the best physical in the world on this kid to make sure every part is working.
Yes.
Okay, before they even draft him.
That's true.
Okay, so if every part is working for a number one pick, they want to make sure of that. And if everything is working and they choose him and he signs for the a draft for the money for the first round, what happened to him from that moment forward got nothing to do with college. In the sense of being abused.
Whatsoever.
It got nothing to do with that.
Whatsoever.
Okay, now if he went into the first round and have a bad knee or something.
Well, like I said, you're making a lot of assumptions. You don't know how many needles they're poking in him to ease the pain that he's going through. You say he's not taking abuse, but that does happen on the collegiate level.
But that's that's not abuse. Define abuse. When you say abuse, running the ball 40 times, getting hit. Okay, you are.
Well, let me ask you.
Defining abuse or running the ball 40 times.
Let me ask you if this is a question. If you're injured and you go in the room, and the trainer shoots you up, and then you go back on the field and you do perform, is that abuse?
No.
Okay. Well, see, I tend to disagree with you.
Well, you disagree, but that's not abuse.
No, it's okay.
Why do you disagree?
It's not abuse.
Here's a disagreement, and I'm going to go to basketball now. Bill Walton. Was it Bill Walton?
Sure.
Yeah, he sued the NBA for that very thing that they had him playing. This is on the pro level, though. They shot him up so that he could perform, and then he's deteriorating years after.
Bill Walton physically was horrible. Every ache and pain.
Okay, let's do this.
Yes.
Your son's playing. He gets hurt.
Yes.
They can shoot him up. Yes or no?
Yeah, they can. But that's not abuse. It's not abuse.
We may need to get some callers.
No, that's not abuse.
I agree with something like that.
Yeah.
I beg to differ.
With you totally.
No, okay. You want
Let's do this.
What?
My son.
Yeah.
He has an injury.
Right.
A small injury. Hurts him a little bit. Takes him a leave 1 week. Doesn't really work. Let's say it's the end of the season and we're winding down and we need to get a couple of games in to make the playoffs because we did so bad at the beginning. Do you shoot him up? You just made 21 too. Do you shoot him up with something, or does he stay out and we lose the season? Now, from my vantage point, he's a man. He's 21. I can't make that decision for him. So he'd have to make that decision.
On the college level, you're not there making that decision. He's making it. Him and the trainers. They are making it. And the coaches. They are making that decision, not you.
What would you advise your son?
Well, how would I advise him?
Yeah.
Well, I would tell him.
Now, you got to remember, you're going to get to him after the fact.
Let me finish. I would tell him the pros and cons. And then he has to make the decision.
You guys don't.
Well, what I want him to do, I can't say. I can't do that. Because if it was me, I'd probably take the shot.
Well, let me tell you,
that's what they're doing.
I would take the
That's
shot.
what they're doing.
Let me tell you this.
I would take the shot.
I guarantee
But
you.
I'm not gonna try and sway him either way. I'll tell him what the advantage is and what the disadvantages are later on in life.
Yeah, my whole point about it is abuse from my perspective.
Well, your perspective, I understand.
And I
that.
think
I
abuse
totally
too.
disagree with that
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah.
It's not abuse.
No,
You didn't actually say why you think it's abuse.
It happens all the time. Well, I did say it in the scenario.
But you
from the standpoint.
used Bill Walton.
Well, yeah,
Because
Yeah, he had bad football.
That was over the whole
Don't use Bill
career, over his old career.
He didn't have
And
that long of a career.
Well, I mean the injuries he's had. I'm saying
Physically,
He
he
just had
couldn't
bad
have a long
feet.
career. He has so many injuries.
No, he had just his feet. Bad feet. The boy had
But bad feet in basketball, you're done.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like a mailman
Okay, come
with
on.
bad feet.
Yeah,
How long did he play? Historian, how long did Bill Walton play?
Bill Walton got to the NBA in 1974.
Okay.
He retired, I'm to say around 1987, 88, right around there probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, he made the Hall of Fame. A lot of people
Well,
still
yeah, he
question
did.
why-
He was a hell of a player.
A lot of people
No
still
question
question
about
why he
that.
actually made it, considering how many games he missed in the NBA. I mean, he had a tremendous college career,
Yeah.
but in the NBA, he actually won an MVP for the
Yeah,
Portland Trailblazers.
They came out with a shoe
78.
made by Asics, and it had gel packs in the balls and in the heels. And this was this is what prolonged his career was those shoes and having those oil gel packs in the balls and in the heels of his feet. And then I think
He was having, like you were saying, he certainly had bad feet. He was actually having major problems in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even before he got to the pros.
And
Right.
they probably shot him up in college too.
That's possibly,
Yeah,
possibly.
but
think they
that's
did.
a standard. That's a standard practice. So I'm not arguing against what takes place, but I do refer to it as abuse because of what's happening to that individual over the long run.
Now, what if the athlete, let's say, refuses to take the shot? Let's say if he says, you know what, I'm not going to go in that direction. I want to rehab another way. It might take me 3-4 times as long to get there.
And that's the problem.
Now,
Yeah.
what happens then?
Well, there's a lot of variables involved, and he has to think about if I'm out, there's another guy going to come in. I may never get that opportunity again. So all that goes into play, and I understand. We don't want to use the whole show up on this discussion right here, but it is
You know
interesting.
what? Let's take a quick break.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and finish up because the Warriors are 24-0. We'll be right back.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hairstyling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get a secret.
Okay, we're back. Just Sports with Sonny Wells. We did use a lot of time up on that scenario, so we'll wait until next week and bring that up some more. But right now, we need to talk about the Warriors, 24-0, going after the record. Smitty, your thoughts?
I'm all for that. It would be great for basketball to see them achieve that goal, but they had a tough game today. Boston almost
Double overtime.
Yeah,
Right.
put them to the test, real good. But they didn't have Thompson, so that might have made the difference there. I don't know.
But every team has to deal with adversity, especially when we're talking about injuries.
Yes.
Every team will have to go through that, and they were still able to weather the storm. And at 24-0, I mean, do you think they're going to break the Lakers streak? 33 straight.
Back in 1971, I think it was.
71, 72. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the
I think
question
they'll
is,
break that.
what team? They thought the Raptors could do it. They thought Boston would be able to stop them. So, what team is left that might be able to stop them?
Well, Cleveland. Well, they have the Christmas Day game against Cleveland.
Okay, so that's going to be a
in
big
Cleveland.
one. Yeah.
That a lot of people were kind of eyeing that one.
Okay.
That's going to be the one right there.
Obviously,
Man, that's going to be the one. That's the one.
Definitely people looking at the Christmas Day game.
Yeah.
Saying, okay, this is going to be for revenge for Cleveland. And we'll see if the Warriors, have enough in the tank to actually, make it through. That's going to be a pretty tough one. I mean, that's provided they don't get tripped up along the way. Every game is different. Every game is unique upon itself, and you just never know. Every single game they have to be ready to go and actually give their best. Otherwise, any team can knock them off.
They really were tight on Steph He had 30.
Right.
I'm sorry, 32.
No,
38 at the end?
Yeah.
38. But I don't know about his field goal percentage though. He took some probably some ill advice. Thompson wasn't in there, so he probably had to compensate.
Yeah, I saw him missed a few shots in the fourth period. But he was tired. They were.
Yeah, but Green looked good. He picked up the
Draymond
slack.
Green.
Yeah,
he hit that three that really was it the three? No, he went to the rack on him.
Right,
he went to the rack.
Nice
And Iguodala hit the three.
Mm-hmm. Who they play next?
Next, I'm not sure.
Because those three, Iguodala, Curry and
Thompson.
Not Thompson.
Green.
They play a lot of minutes tonight.
Yeah,
they did. They had a lot of minutes.
And it'd be interesting to see who they go up against next.
Yeah, if they don't have an easy component, that sure can come back and haunt them.
Yeah, because they need to play that bench at that point.
Should Walton be getting credit for what they've accomplished up to this point?
Who's the coach?
Yeah,
Walton.
You know why? He needs the credit. He gets the credit because first of all, he's a really he was a role player. All role players make good coaches.
Okay, but hold on. When you say give him credit,
all those wins go to Steve Kerr.
I give him credit for keeping this machine going.
Yeah,
that's what I'm speaking of.
Now, if I had a team, and you saying that, give him credit in the sense that he's done such a fantastic job with this team, and he deserving so to give him a job as a running the team in NFL and NBA. That is, I have questions about. Because
he's got great players, and if you've got a few great players, and you know how to organize
he certainly has,
and he's certainly been organizing them.
So but he
hasn't messed up things.
He hasn't messed it up.
Yeah, he ain't messed it up.
That's about it.
You're right about that. But speaking of messing things up, we
spit it out.
I think it might have been a little while ago. You were mentioning the great Byron Scott. And the first ballot Hall of Famer, with the great Kobe Bryant, the Kobe Bryant tour that's going on now. What are your comments about how the Lakers and Byron Scott?
Well, here's what I believe.
And that train wreck going on now.
Now, there's definitely a train wreck
tonight.
So here's what they did.
No, they didn't.
I don't think so. But here's what they did. They took a train wreck and said, "Okay, how can we make some money?"
Oh, that's what it's about now.
Oh, think about it.
Okay.
That's the only thing it can be about right now. Okay, we're not going to do anything. All right, you know what, Kobe? You need to retire. So this is going to be your farewell tour. So we got to go around the NBA, and ticket sales are going to sell out because this is your last campaign. So that's what they did with this. They just switched it up.
But what does it have to do with the atrocious defense? What does it have to do with him benching the future of the team, and Russell and Randall? And then all of a sudden saying he might reconsider there.
Well, I saw a quote today that Buss and Mitch Kupchak are going to meet with him when he gets back off the road. So I have no idea what's that's about, but
what was he going to talk about?
I don't know if he's at the age where he's not able to communicate with the younger players. Because you've got to have those guys buy into your system to be able to get them to play at the level that you need them to play at.
What system are we talking about?
Well, he don't have. What's a
okay, whether there's a system or not, the bottom line is these guys need to play hard.
It's the same Laker team that's we've been talking about. If they would have got Chris Paul, if they would have got all these other things that happened, the team would be far better. So everyone expected this to be a crummy season, and it's just proven to be.
Yeah, but not as bad as they're playing now. I mean,
it's crummy.
It's crummy. You can't even watch the team. I'd rather watch the D League.
Well, as far as Byron,
that is
LA
true.
Defenders.
As far as Byron benching, I'm gonna just focus on D'Angelo.
Right.
He's played better ball 2 games after. And what I mean by that, he's a little more aggressive now. He scored 21 points, I think, night before last, and tonight he was approaching that.
The little guard.
Yeah. He's.
You know what I don't like about him? I watched the beginning of the game. He comes down, and the first thing he does is try to get his.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is he doing?
He's learning from the best, huh?
I guess so. That'd be the Kobe syndrome, huh?
But first you have to be good at
That's
it.
horrible.
He didn't look too bad, but it's like, why are you coming down not involving your teammates
He's the point
first
guard. He's
as
the
a point
in the
guard?
future. Exactly.
He came down 3 times in a row, and 3 times he scored. Okay, you kept up with what was going on, but you alienated your people out there with you.
And eventually,
They don't know what you're going to do.
Right.
So they're out of sync.
Well, Doc got that red Clipper shirt on over there. So
Yeah,
you gotta
what's up with your
give
Clippers,
the Clippers
man?
some love. I'm positive, Doc.
Yeah. What they going to do?
Yeah.
The Clippers, I'm not.
Blake got to put out the game.
Yeah, he should have got thrown at the
He should
game.
have.
Yeah.
That basic, he got thrown at the game because the referees are sick of the Clippers because all they do is argue. And if
That
they
is
didn't
true.
have that reputation, and if the referees wasn't just fed up with it, they would have never thrown him out the game. I really believe that. But the Clippers argue about everything. Doc argue about everything, and it's a team that it's. And right now,
Yeah.
I have downgraded them. If they go 500.
Ooh,
If
That's
they go
crazy.
500,
ooh, that's
no. If you seen them play and you see the inability of having chemistry on that team,
How the chemistry-
the team have no leadership on the court. Chris Paul, you may be right. Chris Paul, you got DeAndre Jordan. Really, come on, man. Free throw, it's just horrible. Right now, one of the problems with the Clippers, and I heard this and I had to think about it. Well, I agree with it. They miss Matt Barnes so much.
Get out of here.
Oh,
He was the
miss
leader?
him.
Matt Barnes is balling for Memphis.
He was.
Yeah, I saw him the other
He
night.
was
He
a
is.
source on that.
He had a
team.
half-court shot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they truly miss him. Okay,
some people are the glue for a team.
Yeah.
Some people are like that.
well, yeah, but he had a role. He knew his role was, and he played it. Simple as that.
Where's Paul Pierce at? He's on the bench.
Well, Paul Pierce, you got it. I said in the beginning of this whole deal, I didn't want. It's a waste. Paul Pierce is done. Okay?
Why you like to dog the veterans? That's what I like.
Because the veterans, it's done, man. You got to know
Expired. There
when
is
it's
the expiration
done.
date.
Expiration date is gone. Okay? And you come with this team, a team that is searching for someone to light fire upon their butts because they just half the time comes out with no fire. And they get away with it because they got decent talent. Okay? But guess what? The chickens have come home to roost now with the Clippers.
Oh, boy.
Okay?
Oh, you putting a win. Hey, we got to go, fellas.
And I'm a Clippers. See this? See this? That's my Clippers. The chickens coming home to roost now, Clippers.
He has the authority to
Gotta do
speak
something.
for the Clippers.
Once again, great show, gentlemen. Smitty, historian, Doc, and
Yeah.
Vince found himself and found his way back. We'll see you next week. Just Sports.
There is the list and the crowd.
Diabetic, need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best-tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.